Hello everyone, welcome back to the 22nd episode of the Stitch with Love podcast. My name is Shannon, I am a knitter and crocheter coming to you from Palmerston North, New Zealand. Speaking of Palmy, it's just decided to tip down with rain, so hopefully you can't hear that. If you can, sorry, I have not learnt how to edit sounds out yet, so I think it might just stop now. I don't know. Our weather is weird. So yeah, if you are new, welcome. I hope you stick around. If you like what you see here today, please give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe. If you are not new, welcome back. I'm glad that you've decided to come back. Yeah, I have some knitting to talk about. I have some yarn to show you. Yeah, I have a few things to talk about this week, so we will start off with finished objects / works in progress, because I kind of have a finished object, but then it's part of a set, and the set's not finished, so it's like in between. So last week I was talking about how I was getting really frustrated with the baby dress. It just didn't seem to want to work. The amount of times hair. The amount of times, Ash! Sorry, hold on, my cat's being a pain. I'll be back in a minute. Cool, I pressed the right button. Sorry, just dealing with my cat. So, going back to what I was talking about, the amount of times I almost gave up on this. She's going to try again. Well done. She's trying to... So I need to unload my dishwasher. And I haven't done that yet. And I'll be doing that after this. So that means that our breakfast dishes are not in the dishwasher. And she's trying to eat the scraps off it. It's just, yeah. She has food. I made sure. She has a bowl full. She just wants to try human food, apparently. Anyway, enough about my cat. Back to knitting. So there's so many times where I wanted to give up on this because I was just getting so frustrated. And yeah, I will show you it now. And I'll talk about even more of my frustrations with this. So it's not blocked, so that's why the ends are all weird and the sleeves don't sit properly. It's not blocked. So it does need to be blocked. It's a little newborn baby dress. And there's the back. Here's the buttons. This. So first, I got my lefts and rights mixed up, and I seemed... So you seam one shoulder completely and then you leave one shoulder partially open for the buttons. And I did it the wrong way around. So I had to figure out how to do this button band. I didn't figure out how to do that. And then I realised I missed the whole front portion. So I had to do that again. So I had to rip back 3 rows, pick up stitches, do it again, cast that off. Then I had to sew it together. And this sleeve went fine. This sleeve ended up inside out. So then I had to rip back again, undo all my stitching. And so now there's, I'm pretty sure it's this side. Yeah, it is. So now there's these tails that are way too short for me to weave in. So now I've got to go get fabric glue to secure them. I'm so happy it's off the needles though. So done. It now just needs to be blocked. I mean, it has turned out really cute. I will say that. If you break my kitchen, all the places she could go. She's like a monkey. Anyway, I don't even have kids yet. What's it gonna be like when I have kids? Don't know who's gonna be worse, the kids or the cat. Anyway, so yes, it is now done. The yarn I used for this is what I have left of it. Tiny little cake. This is, do I have the ball band somewhere? Possibly. Somewhere. I might. Nope. I might show you on one of these other balls. Broadway Baby Supremo. If you are in New Zealand, oh my gosh, that's my hair. If you are in New Zealand, this is quite easy to find. If you have a local Knit World, they carry them. I think Knit and Stitch carries it. Trying to think where else carries it. Most local yarn shops, I think, carry some from Broadway Yarns, I think. Where else have I seen it? The Ribbon Rose in Auckland also carries it. Yeah. If you're in New Zealand, quite easy to find. Outside New Zealand, I think there's like one place online that you could buy it. But I'm sure you can find alternatives to this. Right. Yeah, sorry, just my camera stopped recording and it appears, go away fly, that I ran out of space. So I had to clear that. But I'm back. Anyway, last I was talking about was this. It's soft, it's really nice to work with, it's 100% wool, it's superwash, it's not scratchy at all, and I really loved working with it. So yeah, going from that and talking about this yarn is going into the works in progress section. So I'm just gonna plonk this in here. So this, I mean, I can show you about this as well. This is actually a project bag that I made. I finished making it yesterday. My first one. So I will be making more in the future. It's more like a little pouch, but. And then I have green lining. Where's the other piece? I started it. Ah, here we go. So I started making the bolero jumper. This is one piece of it. Looks kind of funny at the moment. And on to the next piece here. Sorry if I cough, or if I have to stop, have a drink, or yeah, I seem to have come down with a cold. Literally had the flu, and then a week later, 2 weeks later, got a cold. You know, it's just. Ugh. Anyway, I'm finding it a lot easier to work the bolero at the moment, but then I've only done one of the front panels, so who knows what's waiting for me around the corner. And don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anything wrong with the pattern. It's just me. Maybe I was tired. I think I was tired when I was knitting it, and just also the lighting has gone really bad all of a sudden. Fly, go away. So yeah, that is my first work in progress. Oh, yuck. Move that out of the way. The next one, I've probably only got two main ones going on at the moment. This is my Populuxe by Andy Sutherland. I finished the body. Oh, so many ends. Oh my gosh. Okay, the armhole looks massive. It doesn't actually end up being that big. Just, yeah. That's a more accurate representation. So I'm onto the sleeve. I'll show you the front. Yeah. I'm making the third size, which I think is the 37-inch bust, I think. I would try it on. Can I without my needles getting in the way? Got yarn wrapped around me. It feels weird because there's needles in it. So yeah. So this is what I've got so far. And then the waistband there. Started the sleeve. Obviously not blocked, not finished. Yeah. This is the most amount of short rows I've had to do in a while. So, because pretty much the first part of the sleeve is like all short rows. Yeah. So if you practice with short rows, it's quite good for that. Oh, am I gonna have to fix that up? That's all good. So yeah, that's where I am with this. So yeah, the yarn I'm using for this, there's a cake of it in here. It's just a Milland from Spotlight. I can't link it below because you can only get them in store. I picked it up, gosh, last year, I think. Either that or it was just when we moved here. So I've had it for a little while. And it's finally getting some use. So yeah, that's the back detailing there. It's kind of difficult to show you properly because there's no button band, no sleeves. It's not got much structure because half of it's missing. So, Ash, no, stop. So yeah, it's kind of hard to show, but hopefully next week I will have some more progress and I'll be able to show you a bit more. Oh, I forgot to say needle sizes. Oh, I'm a bit tired, guys. This is the 3.75mm Knit Picks Caspian wood needles, interchangeables. And these are not interchangeables because they don't make interchangeables this small. This is 3.25mm Caspian wood by Knit Picks again. I got mine from Woolworks here in New Zealand. I will link it below. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I don't think there's much more to say on this one. It's currently living in my bag by Rosea by Lily. Yeah. I do want to knit this again. But I think if I knit it again, I mean, it's hard to see because, as I said, I haven't got sleeves yet and things like that. But I might size down next time I do it. And I would quite like to knit it in a hand-dyed yarn if I can, just because. Just because. So yeah, that's all my works in progress for this week. So just keep an eye on the cat. What are you doing? What are you doing? No, you're gonna knock everything over. Ash. Anyway, I guess I will now move on to yarn. So just have a drink. Speaking of yarn, I wanted to go to Woolfest this week. It was yesterday, actually. Woolfest was yesterday, but I couldn't get up to Auckland, unfortunately. Oh, I couldn't get up to Auckland, unfortunately, so that kind of sucked. Actually sucked quite a lot. I really wish I could go, but I can't, so I'm going to be going to Capital Fibre Fest instead in July. Not next month, the month after. But I still did buy some yarn, so Mamawooling had a shop update, and we had been talking back and forth about the love note. We're both Sarah and I. Sarah is the dye behind Mamawooling. We both are shawl knitters. We love knitting shawls, and so she was telling me about the love note, and then she came up with some kits, some sport weight yarn, sport weight merino, and Suri alpaca kits, and they're just gorgeous. So I will show you now. This is the first colour lot, so you knit together. This, I believe, I'm trying to figure out which one to do. I think this is going to be a ranunculus. Can't remember if I'm going to do a ranunculus or a love note with this one, and then the other one will be whatever one I don't do in this. This colourway is blushed, and it's 90. Oh, where did I get 90 from? 75% brushed baby Suri alpaca, 25% mulberry silk, non-superwash. And then this colourway here is Parfait Merino Sport, 100% extra fine superwash merino, 100 grams. And then this colour, I love mint greens. They're just so pretty. Look at these. So this colourway is fresh. I hope I don't end up with alpaca in my drink. And then this is meant to be. So I haven't figured out which order I'm going to do them in yet. I don't know. And speaking of more yarn, if any of you do not follow Kay of Crazy Sock Lady, Summer Sock Camp starts tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? No. Tuesday. Today's the 30th, so and so yeah, June 1st. And so I have been looking at giving socks a go for Summer Sock Camp, and I spoke about her yarn last time, and she'll probably be watching this. Hi, Marina. Ash, away from my yarn. No, leave it alone. She has some lovely colours, and there's some really nice fingering weight 4-ply on there. Away from the yarn. That I would like to make socks out of for Summer Sock Camp, but I cannot get some right now, and I'm really bummed because I don't want them to sell out and me not be able to get them. So I'm like, please don't sell out. If you haven't checked out her website, definitely go check her out. I will also leave the link to Mamawooling below as well. Go check out both their websites. They have lovely colours, lovely yarn. And speaking of Marina, if I imagine you possibly will be watching this, thank you for the shout out in your last episode. If you have not watched Marina's podcast, you definitely should. I love watching her podcast. I always get really excited when I see what her first pop up. And her next one will be about Woolfest. So if you want to see what Woolfest was like, definitely head over to Marina's channel, subscribe to her, and you'll get to see some footage of that, because she was a trader yesterday. She was the big reason why I wanted to go, because I wanted to go meet her and buy some of her yarn. Well, I've already met her, but go see her and buy some of her yarn, but I just couldn't get up there. So next time I go back up to Auckland to visit family, we'll definitely have to meet up. So, but yeah, thank you again, Marina. And if you have come from Marina's channel, definitely say hi, let me know. I would love to see if anyone has come over from Marina's channel. And yeah, again, thank you, Marina. I think I've said this like 3 times now. But it made me so happy, and to hear all your lovely words, it made me really happy. And I definitely agree with you that we do have a lovely community here in New Zealand of knitters and crocheters, fibre artists who will shout each other out, and we can, even if you don't have someone necessarily in your immediate circle who knits or crochets, you can always find someone. And like, for example, Marina, I found her through her podcast. I started watching her last year, and then she started dyeing yarn, so I went to, it was the first event I think she traded at. I went there and I bought some of her yarn, and since then I've been buying her yarn and we've been talking, and it's been really, really cool. So it's amazing how, yeah, we have a lovely community here. And even just worldwide, like, you can search up knitting podcasts and just some really lovely people that you can watch. And like, for example, I go back to watching, after I finish recording this, I have been watching the latest episode of Needles at the Ready, which is Kevin and Ray. I've been watching them. So I will go back to watching the episode after this. And who else have I got in my queue? Anna Knitter. I'm going to be watching her latest episode as well later. Yeah, so it's, I just think it's so cool. And I love watching podcasts and getting inspiration from people. That's one of the reasons why I started podcasting, was to meet more knitters and to talk to more knitters and crocheters. And I enjoyed podcasts, I enjoyed watching them, and I thought it'd be fun to make them too. So yeah. Sorry, another drink. Drink. I'm hoping I will not be sick for much longer. I'm a bit over being sick. I've been sick for a large portion of this year, either with a cold or something, and so I'm a bit over it. My voice is probably sounding rather funny this week. Excuse that. I'm sorry. Bit sick. Hey. Ash is right here. Oh, my drink's at the frame. Move that. So yeah. I don't. Another, I guess, local dyer I don't know. She wouldn't be classified, I think, as local. I can't remember where she's based, but New Zealand-based dyer. I can't remember her name, but her business is Fei Fibers, F-E-I Fibers. She has some lovely yarns, and again, I want some for summer sock camp. So my yarn budget, I need a bigger one, basically. And then Mamawooling comes out with more colours, and Marina from Strawberry Patches comes out with more colours, and and then my husband's like, why is there more yarn? You don't need more. I have a full-on, like, cabinet for my yarn now. At one point I will show you guys, but it's not fully sorted yet. There's a running joke in our family. I don't know if I've told you this. I can't remember. There's a running joke in our family, my side of the family anyway, that John's gonna drown in yarn. He's not. My yarn stash I don't think is that bad. I mean, yes, I need to use it. I know that. But I don't think it's that bad. It's contained. It's not like a whole wall full. However, that would be lovely. I'm not saying I'm opposed to that. John might be though. So, anyway, because my throat is getting a bit funny now, and I probably need to go blow my nose, and I need to go get some food, and hopefully the rain has stopped, because I want to go out and get food. I am going to let you guys go. Thank you for watching. I will see you next week. Oh my gosh, this lighting is horrendous. Oh, that's probably the least of my worries right now. But yeah, I am going to go. I'm going to go have some food. I'm going to finish watching Needles at the Ready and try and not buy more yarn by next week. Try not have like the leftover of my paycheck go directly on yarn. Also realising that Afterpay is dangerous. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go. I will talk to you guys next week. I don't know if I have a video coming out before then. I'm not sure. Oh. Anyway, I'm going to go because you probably don't want to listen to that anymore. And yeah, take care. Have fun. Whatever you're making, I hope it brings you some joy. And I will see you next week. Bye.